Hi, everybody. Giving this little test here. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can just skip past this part. All right, guys. See if I get anybody joining on here. If you're on, please comment. Let me know. Woohoo, all right. I see some people joining on. If you guys can't hear me, please let me know. Hopefully you guys can hear me on here. Awesome. Thank you, Lori. Just wanted to make sure before we get started. I know there's a lot of information off in the description over there. Don't let that overwhelm you. Basically, it's just you need one weight today, okay? So I have one 20-pound dumbbell. So like I'll modify for some things that I can't do if it's too heavy for me. But I have one weight that I'm going to be doing for everything today. So I'm not asking you to have a pair of dumbbells. I know most of us don't have a lot of equipment at home, and that's completely fine. So again, this is Tabata strength tonight. You will be kind of lost if you don't have any type of weight. Again, you can use a laundry detergent bottle, a gallon of water. Get creative, guys. You've got a little bit of time, especially when we start the warm-up. I've had people do things like a packed backpack, books, anything that you have. I can't see you, so it's okay if you're kind of having fun with it, okay? Again, my name is Kayla, guys. Welcome to Tabata. Please modify as you need today. I've posted a link for the music that you're going to be following along for class with me. You don't have to, but it makes it easier so you guys can hear the timer easier, and you can hear the music clearly because you're not going to hear it super well on my end, okay? So don't want to waste any more time. Again, if you're searching around frantically for a weight, that's totally fine. We're going to start off with a nice warm-up today. I'm going to turn on some music. I've got some space here. I'm trying to get it to where you guys can see a little bit more. There we go. All right, so let's start off with a nice little warm-up. Reaching our hands up and over our head, nice big circles here. You don't have to comment right now if you're getting ready for class, but please comment by the end if you do the class, just so I know who's doing it with me. I appreciate it. Whew. Good, take it backwards here. I don't know about you guys, I am tired today. I don't know if it's from the weekend or the sun or anything like that, but I'm tired, so let's get motivated and wake up together here. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and do a side reach. We're going to pause for a second and switch it over. Keep that going. Still not super satisfied with how much you guys are seeing of me here. So we're doing those reaches side to side. 3, 2, and 1. Let's take those hands behind our head, feet underneath those hips. Flat back here, guys. Push those hips back. Let's do some good mornings. You want to feel that stretch in the back of your hamstrings. If you're not, back yourself up against the couch. Push those hips backwards. You will need a stable surface, by the way. Either a couch, a table, whatever you want, a chair. 3, 2, and 1. So using either a wall or couch, or if you can do this on your own, we're going to bring it to the bottom of the squat here. So I want you to keep that chest up. We're going to sink it down. If you can, put those elbows between your knees here. Chest up tall. And bring it back up. So I've got my bottom against the couch. You can't see that here. I'm using it to kind of make sure that I can keep myself upright. Good. Bring it back up. Slow back down. Hopefully these squats are feeling good from our squat challenge a couple weeks ago. Good, relax, bring it on up. I want you to make sure you got some space out in front of you. We're gonna do a world's greatest stretch. So I want you to reach up nice and tall. Exhale down, we're gonna walk it out to a plank. Hands go underneath those shoulders. We're gonna take your left foot up by that left hand. Really kind of get into that hip here. We're gonna open that left arm up to the ceiling, right underneath our right arm. Good, left hand down, take that left foot back, right foot forward. Reach that right arm up to the ceiling. And underneath. Good, right hand comes down, right hand behind. Let's go ahead and just drop down to our knees here. We're gonna come to all fours. We want hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. We're gonna do some thoracic spine openers real quick because we're gonna be doing some back work today. I know it's been a little bit. So let's take that left hand behind your head. Core is nice and tight here. You can lean back toward your heels. I want you to rotate that elbow underneath toward your elbow, your other elbow here, and then rotate up to the ceiling, keeping that core tight. Don't twist so far back that it hurts your back here. We want to keep it in a nice, small range, feeling that stretch in our chest and then in our back. Good. We're trying to do 5 on each side here. When you're ready and you've done 5, we're going to switch sides. So again, right hand behind your head, bringing that elbow in toward our left elbow, and then opening back up. Breathe here, guys. Come on, don't skip that warm up on me. Last one here. Good, relax. All right, guys, there's obviously a lot more that we could do, but I want to get started here with you guys. See who's on here. Awesome, welcome, guys. So if you're joining on late, I've got the workout in the description as well as the music link. So what I want you to do right now, if you're following along with me to the music, hit that music link. Don't play it just yet. I'll tell you when to hit play so that we can do it together. And I want to make sure you have your dumbbell near you. And I also have a water bottle near me, okay? So strength today, guys. Let's go ahead. I'm going to explain the first 2 exercises, and then we will get started. So I've got my dumbbell with me. Maybe you have a gallon of milk or whatever you're using. Probably not milk there. When you have that weight up against your chest, we're going to do goblet squats. So what I want, guys, is a nice squat stance. So feet are a little wider than shoulder width, toes slightly out. I'm going to show you from the side and from the front here, but I'm going to have that weight against my chest. And I'm going to sink down into my squat, keep my chest up, and then squeeze my glutes up top. So I'm lowering right back up. If you're not at that level and you need to squat to a couch, that's completely fine. But again, keeping that core tight and watching that forward, we want to make sure we're not leaning forward into that squat. If you don't have a weight, you can do this one without it. That's fine. Next up, you've got a single arm row. I'm super excited about these, guys. I've been wanting some strength training, so if you have a gallon of water or anything, this is still gonna work for you. I want you to grab onto a stable surface. I'm in a nice little lunge position. My back leg is the leg that's holding, or the arm that's holding the dumbbell. And I wanna flat back. My core is tight. I'm gonna pull that elbow back, squeezing my shoulder blade, and relax that arm. So, not feeling this in my low back, just in my upper back, doing one arm at a time. If you don't have a stable surface next to you, again, you can use a wall. You can also just get that core tight. Just make sure that back is flat. You can do the same thing here without holding onto a surface. Just watch your form, okay? Because we're going to be going fast, 20 seconds, getting a nice pull. I don't want you yanking it back. We want to really think about pulling that elbow in. So squats, we'll start off right side of our body. We'll go back to squats, and then we'll do left side, okay, guys? Let's get going. You'll have a minute rest in between. And let's go ahead and start. So we're going to open up our music if you're new to doing this with me. I don't have it playing just yet. We're going to hit it at the same time, okay? So get ready in 3, 2, and 1. Hit play. So it's going to give a little intro, and then we're going to get going. Starting off with squats. Come on, I know you're ready to work out. All right, here we go. Step tall. Relax. All right, get your breath here. We're going to go back to the squats. Strength training is going to be harder than you think it will be today. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. 10 chest steps. Come on. All right, left side now. Switch that arm. Whatever you're using, get a nice strong row. 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Pull it back. Nice relaxed neck here. Halfway, guys. This is all we can do with one dumbbell. So if you have minimal equipment, come on. You ready for squats? All right, let's go. If you want to, you can do quicker, smaller squats. Remember, modify on the couch. Relax. All right, last step, right arm. Remember, if you're not using the surface, get a flat back and add that row. Get ready. 2, 1. All right, here we go. Come on, hold that elbow back. You can always put a hand on that side. Come on. Woo. All right, walk it off. Going back to the squats. If your squats aren't great with the weight, you can ditch it. That's fine. 3, 2. All right, let's go. Relax. All right, last arm, guys. Come on. 3, 2, 1. No worries. Hold that elbow back. Relax. All right, keep it going. Woo. All right. All right, go ahead and hit pause. We're at 418. So hit pause there, 418. So if you're new to this here. All right, that was Tabata 1 here. So we're stuck at 418 on the music, so I can explain. We've got a single arm shoulder press next, followed by glute bridges. So we're gonna be on the floor. If you guys have any knee problems, I suggest having a pillow nearby. So on that pillow, you're gonna place it. We're gonna start off with our right arm today. So I want your right knee underneath your hip. Your left leg is gonna be in a lunge. You want that heel underneath your knee, and you're gonna be stacked. What I mean, want your hips forward, so we don't wanna rotate those at all. Core is gonna be tight, glute is tight here. So if somebody were to come up and push you here, you shouldn't be falling over. We should be so sturdy in this position. From here, we're gonna tuck that elbow at our side, dumbbell, or whatever weight you have in your right arm. We're gonna push that up to the ceiling. So I'll adjust my camera here in a second, but I'm keeping my core tight. Exhaling, pressing that weight up overhead. That's the first movement. You're then gonna bring it down to the floor. You can use that pillow if you want. Weight's gonna be on those hips. Head relaxed, lifting up, squeezing into a glute bridge. If that weight is uncomfortable, You can always grab a mat or fold it up on your hips here. That's squeezing that glute. We're then gonna switch arms and keep that going. If you have any limitations with your shoulders, please adjust as necessary, okay? You know, make it a little brighter here for you guys. All right, so let's get ready with that music. Make sure you're set up. If you have a weight that's more difficult, this might be an area where you have to grab a different weight to press up overhead. If you need to modify completely, you can't do a shoulder press, or maybe it's hard to do single arm, grab that one weight and press it up overhead with both arms. That's completely fine. So let's get ready, guys. For those of you hanging on tight here, 418, get ready to press play in 3, 2, and 1. All right, so right knee is underneath our hip. Lunge position here. Tucking that elbow tight, core tight. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. More exhale. Press it up overhead. Slowly back. Keep that core and glute tight. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, bring it down to the floor for a glute bridge. Weight on our hips. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Knee underneath those hips. Or those knees. Hip width apart. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're switching arms. I've got my right leg forward, left knee underneath. 2, 1. All right, here we go. Again, I'm nice and strong in my glute. And my abs here. Exhaling as I press. We've got this position, so we're not using our low back. 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right, bring it down. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Three, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, we're bringing it back up. Myself confused. All right, on left arm. 2, 1. Go. All right, here we go. Nice and sturdy. Don't lose this position. 3, 2, 1. Relax. I did the wrong arm there, so maybe you did the right one. Make sure you get both arms. That's what matters. 3, 2, 1. All right, go. I did the opposite of whatever you did last. I think I switched the order, so I'm going to do my right arm now. 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Come on, make sure you get both arms. Three, 2, 1. All right, bring it down. Almost there. 3, 2. All right, come on. Get those glutes burning. 27. So again, 8:27, pausing on that music. Moving on to round 3, guys. Round 3, you'll need a couch or, again, a stable surface near you. If you're advanced, you won't need anything. You guys will see in a second, but we have single leg deadlifts. I have a modification if you can't do those, but let's go ahead and go over them real quick. So on that single leg deadlift, I'm going to start off with my left leg so you guys can see me. I've got my left leg underneath, nice and straight, my knees slightly bent here. The weight is in front of me with my palm facing my thigh. My right hand is going to be what's touching the couch. So from here, shoulders are pulled back, core is tight. I'm going to slowly let my right leg lift up so you guys can see it behind me here. Letting this weight come down. I'm not going down to the floor here. I'm stopping right when my back is nice and straight. I feel this in my glute and my hamstring. So what it's going to look like for that 20 seconds, coming up nice and tall and bending right back to it. We'll be switching sides. If that is too complicated for you, grab your one weight and we're going to do it kind of like our good morning. So pull your shoulder back, feet underneath those hips. You're going to push those hips back. Notice I've got the weight in front of me with both hands and I'm squeezing my glutes. So totally capable of doing this with just both legs. If you can't do that single leg version, it's hard. For our second exercise, same thing. You have bicep curls. If you happen to have a pair of weights, fantastic. Do bicep curls with both arms. I don't, so I'm going to show modifications for that. We're going to do a preacher curl or a 1 dumbbell 2 arm curl. So if you have a heavy enough weight, you can grab that weight, elbows at your sides. We're going to do nice, fast curls. So you guys can see here, elbows at my side. I've got my 20-pound weight with both hands. If you have a lighter weight and that's too easy, go up to your couch. I'm going to bring my armpit kind of right over the armrest here on my couch. And from here, I'm going to slowly let my forearm come down, and then I'm going to squeeze my bicep and curl it right back up. If you don't like the couch version, you can do it just standing. Just make sure you're not leaning back. So I don't want to see you throwing your body weight if your weight's too heavy. You can do hammer curls here, guys, or regular curls. It doesn't matter to me. So showing again a way you can use one weight. Let's get ready. We're going to do a single leg deadlift first. I'm going to start with my right leg. So 8:27 on the music. Get ready to press play in 3, 2, 1. Hit play. All right, so I'm going to start off with my right leg. I'm going to be holding on with my left arm. Again, you don't have to hold anything here. Shoulders pulled back. If you're doing this with one weight and both legs, keep that back flat. Get ready. All right, here we go. The right leg, lowering that weight. All right, so if you're doing one arm curls, you're either standing or you're at that couch. If not, you're using both arms. Let's go. There you go. Squeeze that bicep. I'm on my right arm right now. All right, relax. Bring it back up. All right, left leg. Now weights in front of our left leg. Kicking that leg back. All right, switch arms. This might be harder with your other arm. Again. with flat back, knees slightly bent. If not, you're on your right leg right now. Alright, same thing. I'm going to show with both arms. You can do it with one arm if you want. Alright, core tight. Elbows in. Alright, you're onto your left leg if you're doing single leg. If you're with me and you're going to do both legs, we're back to our deadlift. Alright, pull those shoulders back. Come on. Push those hips back. Squeeze those glutes up top. You want to weight those heels as you push back. Alright, get ready for those bicep curls. Alright, let's go. Come on. Like you're not using single arm, you're on your left arm. Relax. Alright, go ahead and hit pause on that music and scroll it to 12:44. That was awesome, guys. Hopefully you're learning something you maybe didn't know you could do as single weights. We're doing something you haven't done at home in a while. On our next one, we're already moving on to Tabata 4, if you can believe it. We're going to be on the floor. Now, I do have some options for you guys who don't really have dumbbells with you. This is going to be different. Obviously, we've been doing a lot of push-ups lately. This one's going to be a little different. So I've got my dumbbell with me. Now, some of you guys probably only have like a 5-pound dumbbell or different weights. I happen to have a 20. So again, modify your weights as needed here. Our next one is going to be a single arm chest press followed by skull crushers. So on this, I know it's a little dark with the wet light coming in here. I've got my feet underneath my hips. I'm in like kind of a glute bridge position. My elbow is out to the side, and my forearm is completely up here. So real important to not have our arm bent down. We want to bring it up, have that forearm up so we can engage that chest. So from here, when the music's going to start, we're going to keep our core tight. Our left arm's relaxed on the floor or on our hip, and we're going to push that right arm up to the ceiling, bending that elbow, getting that chest into that press. We want to make sure we're not leaning with the weight, so keep that core tight and that low back press into the floor. We'll rest, so make sure you're careful when you lower that dumbbell. Then, depending on your weights, you're going to be bringing that weight behind your head. Make sure you've got a good grip on it, depending on what object you're using. So I'm going to use my dumbbell. Elbows are going to be up in line with each other. Now from here, I'm going to carefully dip that weight back behind my head, and then I'm going to push through my triceps and squeeze them up top. So on these skull crushers, working through those triceps, squeezing on the way up. If that's not your cup of tea on either of those, you can do slow push-ups. So if you want to ditch the weight, slow negative push-ups, and then use that couch or that stable surface, and you can do some tricep dips. So those are my options for you today. If you need a little bit of change, know that one arm might be stronger than the other, so please be careful, okay? All right, guys, we're getting through these Tabatas. I know there's more talking today, but it's just to make sure you guys are good to go. So again, 12:44 on that music. Get ready to press it in 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and hit play. Now I'm going to start with my right arm. Okay, we've got heels underneath our knees, core tight, low back press into the floor. My right elbow's out to the side, and we get ready to press it over my chest. Get ready. All right, here we go. So pressing it up, and then right back down. When you get comfortable, you can speed it up here. It might seem easy at first, but it's going to Ready? 2, 1. All right, we're going to get that weight back and then squeeze up through those triceps. Walk through your forehead. 3, 2, 1. Relax. So be careful on that one if your hands are getting slippery. Again, if you have one way, you can also do a chest press right leg, okay? 2, 1. All right, left arm, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, relax. All right, and if you don't feel comfortable with those slow pressures, bring it to a bench. 3, 2, 1. Go. I know some of us are used to more weight, but come on, guys, let's keep it going for 20 seconds. All right, get ready. Right arm, let's go. If you're doing those negative push-ups, take it slow. Get that chest involved. 3, 2, 1. All right, hopefully you're kind of feeling this a little bit. Maybe it's just that I'm sore this week. 3, 2, all right, let's go. Make sure you got a good grip on that weight. All right, relax. Get ready for your left arm. You can shake it out here. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. Come on, working on one arm at a time. 3, 2, 1. All right, last one. Get those triceps ready. 3, 2. All right, let's go. Come on. 20 seconds. Burn it out. 3, 2, 1. I've got it paused at 17:02. 17:02 there. Okay, perfect. All right, we are right on course, guys. I don't know about you guys. I feel my triceps again. It might be because I'm sore from the other day. Our very last one, I'm giving you guys a little bit of options here. Okay, so we've got either a lateral lunge or a reverse lunge, or heck, if you really want to do a forward lunge, that's also fine. So I'm gonna make it so you guys can see me a little bit better here. All right. So in this space, you've got your weight here. I'm going to show the options. If you're getting tired because this is your first time using a weight in a while, you can absolutely ditch it on this one, but it will make it harder. So I'm going to hold the weight up at my chest. And your first option are lateral lunges. Now, you can do one side for the whole 20 seconds or you can alternate. So you're going to come out to the side. When you're doing that lateral lunge, make sure you're stepping directly in that line, sinking back in your heel, that knee's forward and that chest is up. We're going to step it together, and you can switch sides. So this is the first option. Again, if it's too hard for that weight, just keep those hands up, and you can do body weight. Again, you can stay on one side. If you're doing a reverse lunge, same concept. You can have that chest up tall, take it back. You can alternate that lunge, or you can do one side at a time or ditch that weight. For our second exercise, I highly suggest doing this with something you can slide. So if you have like a gallon of water, this one might be difficult. You might need to get like a soup can, or trying to space you on ideas right now, a book, that'll work. We're gonna do plank pulls. So we're gonna start with the dumbbell or whatever you have horizontally next to you. Hands are gonna be underneath your shoulders in front of the weight. So you want it in front of the weight's right behind my wrist. Now you can be modified on your knees, just make sure your butt's not up. We wanna let those hips in line, my core is nice and tight. Or you're on your toes. From here, you're gonna grab whatever side it's on, you're gonna grab the opposite hand. So we're gonna grab it, slide it, right hand comes down, then left hand, grab it, slide it, left hand down. So for that 20 seconds, you're sliding that weight. You wanna make sure you're not tilting on those hips too much. Keep that core nice and tight. If you don't wanna do that, you can absolutely hold a regular plank right now. That's fine. But try to move that weight around somehow, okay? And again, watch that balance. So guys, let's get ready for our last round of Tabata, and we'll stretch. I might go back and forth between both lunges, so if you have a favorite, just stay with it, okay? All right, it's at 17:02. We're gonna hit play in 3, 2, and 1. All right, so I'm gonna step it up. Make sure you guys can see me, okay? I'm gonna start off with some lateral lunges. Weights up at my chest. Get ready. 3, 2, all right, let's go. Watch that floor. All right. Weights behind our hands again. Hands underneath our shoulders. We're gonna get our plank. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. Opposite hand, slide it across. Come on, keep those hips still. Alright, as you can probably tell, this one's gonna get hard. Bring it up for those reverse lunges. Whichever one you've chosen. Alright, let's go. Watch that front knee behind our toes. Woo! Careful with your balance, I'm losing mine today. All right, bring it down. Modification on your knees. Spread your feet wider if you need more balance. 3, 2, 1. All right, pick your poison. I'm probably going to stick with reverse lunges because I did lateral the other day. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. All right, we're getting there, guys. Come on. 3. Back up. Let's go. 20 seconds. Come on. It's a harder plank, but drop to your knees if you can. Make sure those hands are going right underneath your shoulders. 3. Last. All right, we got one more of each, guys. Bring it back up. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Bring it down to the floor. All right, 20 seconds, come on. Finish strong. Relax. Take it back into a child's pose. Go ahead and hit pause on that music. I'll put on some relaxing tunes. Right now you're just stretching nice and easy. Whew. When you're ready, bring it up to your knees. We just did those lunges. Let's take it out into a lunge. My back knee is on the floor. Pushing that left hip forward. You can bring those arms up overhead if you'd like. And exhale, we're going to straighten out that right leg, reaching toward our toe here. Good, back up. Let's switch legs here. Left leg forward, pushing that right hip forward now, reaching up. Deep breaths. And exhale, straighten out that left leg, reach toward that toe. Good. For those of you guys who did those lateral lunges, let's bring it down to the floor. Even if you didn't, I'm going to angle this so you guys can see me a little bit better. We're going to take it into a frog stretch, so with those knees apart. If you still got that pillow, you can use it here. We're going to bring it down to the floor. Spreading those knees here, sinking back toward your heels. Just feel that stretch in your inner thighs. Sink back, ease into it. Don't force anything here. Good. When you're ready, gently come out of that stretch. We're going to bring it down to our backs. Go ahead and hug those knees in toward our chest here. You can do a gentle rock if you'd like. Now, if that was the first time you've really done anything weighted in a while, just change. Your back might have felt kind of tight, maybe your hip flexors. That's normal. We're doing a lot of sitting in our homes, and we haven't been doing as much strength training as we're used to. Let's go ahead and extend that left leg, hug that right knee in. If you have a foam roller, I highly suggest foam rolling your back. Go ahead and switch sides and your quads if those are feeling tight. Good. Take that right leg across our left leg here. We're going to have that knee out to the side. You have a couple options. You can either hug that left leg in toward your chest or kind of gently pull on that shin. We want to feel it in our right glute and hamstring and hip. Good. Gently relax here. We're going to switch sides. Left leg across. Again, lifting up, reaching through, hugging either that thigh or that shin. Now we're going to feel in that left glute and hip. My left side is way tighter. You might feel the same. Good. When you're ready, let's bring both legs up. Tabletop, we're almost done here. It is 6 o'clock. If you need to get going, keep that core nice and tight, guys. We're going to spread those arms wide. Let's go ahead and look at our left hand here, and we're going to let our legs fall to the right side. If you need to put a pillow under your knees, you can. You can also put that right hand on top of those knees. Close your eyes. Feel that stretch. Good. We're going to bring it back to center and over to the other side. Good. Reaching back. Looking at our right hand now. Good. If you can, if you have an extra minute or two, hang tight with me. We're going to do just a few more stretches. taking our hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath hips. Let's go ahead and do some cat-cows. Just kind of relaxing that back. Focus on your breathing. So you guys had a good Monday. Let's make this positive and active week here. I know we've got some storms ahead of us depending on where you live, so you might not be able to go on as many walks as normal. Good. And last but not least, let's go ahead and bring it to a seated position for those of you guys still with me here. My hair has not quite survived this class. All right, let's go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Pull those shoulders back. So if you're really tight in your chest right now, pull those shoulders back, palms up on those knees. See how you feel right now. Is your back tight? Is your hips tight? If you have a foam roller at home, again, I highly suggest kind of taking some time to roll. If anybody wants to stay and roll with me, feel free to comment. Let's see, I know I've got some comments on here. Can't really see yet. Okay, so go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Let's do a little neck stretch. Take that right ear down toward your right shoulder. You can gently pull on that head if you'd like. We don't want to feel any excessive discomfort here, just a little bit of a stretch. Really important, especially as we're tight during the day working from home. Now go ahead and look past that right shoulder, feeling that stretch along that neck now. Good, back to center. Now left ear down toward left shoulder, gentle pull. And now looking past our left shoulder toward the floor. And relax. Last one, pull those hands behind. If you want to, you can even place them on the floor. Open up that chest. Pull those shoulders back here. And finish with reaching forward, pushing those wrists forward. All right, guys, thank you so much. Again, if you have a foam roller, take some time. Drink plenty of water here, guys. You've done some movement for the week, which is awesome. It's going along with our Play Your Way event. There's more information on that on the Facebook page. Please drop a comment if you did the workout. Thank you guys for, again, being patient as we did a strength one today, so it took a little bit more time to explain. Drop a comment on what you used. If you used a gallon of water, maybe some soup cans, let me know, okay, guys? Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow for cardio core, and have a great week.